to myself, the multiform misanthropist. On this video here, I wanna state how much I dislike social people, and I will explain a little bit the reasons behind my hatred toward social people. First of all, how you define social people? Social people are those people always happy, they are always with a smiling face, always content with their lives. They are outgoing, they are partying all the time, they have so many friends, they want to be in a group where people talk so much, talkative people, they like to gossip around, you know they are always in a love relationship. These are the type of social people, right? Outgoing, always happy, smiling face, talking about their lives, trivial things, trivial things. They like to talk about trivial things, about what they do in life, about their relationships. They always are well wearing like nice clothing, like nice, like fashion clothing. They are very fashionable, very fashionable people. They like to dress pretty well, always shaved, always a nice haircut. Very handsome and beautiful people, I would say, the social. But my experience in life with them made me dislike them. I met a social woman in Boston, Massachusetts. Social woman. She was very beautiful, actually, indeed. She was indeed like very beautiful. She was not like dumb, stupid fuck, but she was not an intellectual. Usually, social people are not intellectual. They might read books, but they are more interested in subjects and matters that has to deal with the social life. So this woman that I met in Boston was beautiful, gorgeous. Um, she had a background from a good family. She was not an intellectual mind, but she was not like that stupid, dumb woman. She knew what she wanted. And I met her, and I started to having sex with her, and I fell in love with her. I fell badly in love with her. Right? Why? Because she represented my opposite type of personality. I am antisocial. I don't care about fashion and clothing and hair and beard. I'm all messed up. In other words, I'm all messed up. And I'm not the most brilliant man in the planet, but I read books, I read textbooks. There is some intellectual activity in my brain. I have interests like philosophy, psychology, neuroscience, cosmology, history. I have studied all those subjects. So she represented my opposite type, and I fell badly in love with her. As she was a dominant type of woman, and as I was a passive type of man, she started to treat me like shit. She started to reject me and to treat me like shit. And in that time, I was a little like, I had an experience. I was an unexperienced man in the loving thing, relationships, whatever. And as she continued to treat me like shit and to avoid me and to reject me and to say that we couldn't be together, I was more in love with her. But I felt on my skin, I felt on my brain how tough and how difficult and how sometimes I could say harmful it could be to deal with social people. Social people. They just don't measure how much they're gonna hurt you. They just don't care, man. You know. So this is my response back to the social people, people that I have learned to dislike as time went by. So then I start to searching for information why social people behave like that, or some of them are sadists. Some social people are sadists. They have a very sadistic behavior. And if they found a masochist, passive masochist like me, who likes to sometimes who puts myself in the experiment because the masochism is a method, is a scientific method. I put myself as the mouse inside the maze to be the one, the animal, or the mouse who is in the experiment. So I feel the pain in my body. I feel the electric shock. The electric shock is is felt by my person. So it's a scientific method, masochism. So social people tend to be sadist. They tend to be sadist. Some cops, not all of them. No, I would say that most of the cops do their duty, their work, to protect society and to keep order and law. But some of cops are sadists, and they are brutal, and some of them are, I'd say, they just they just don't have respect for fellow beings. Like, for example, here in Brazil these days, I think it was yesterday or before yesterday, a cop just push a guy over a bridge. you know the cop said to the guy, if you don't come with me, you have two options: either you come with me, or either I'm gonna push you over the bridge. And he pushed the guy over the bridge. The guy got hurt, didn't die, but that's stupid, man. That's fuck up stupid. How they are brutal. Brutality sucks, man. Perhaps if there is a cop watching me now, just know that I don't want. I either don't love you or hate you. I respect the ones of you who do your duty, your job, but I really dislike the ones who are brutal, who are sometimes rude with people, and sometimes, they abuse of their empowerment over people, and they behave like they have a tendency to behave in a sadistic way. So these kind of social people I dislike most. And also because, you know, oh, it's 11/8, 11/8 now. Sunday 8. Look at this. It's Sunday, December 8. It's 8 a.m. It's a triple eight. God damn. 8 is the number of prosperity, man. 8 is the number of prosperity. So, nah. So social people, like, they don't want to know about philosophy. If you try to talk about philosophy, science, about the universe with social people, they will cut you off, man. You know, they care about their business, their work environment, their gossip shit, their clothing. You know, they will spend lots of money with fashionable clothing. And, you know, they are outgoing. They like to live life. You know, have sex with so many partners. You know, they are the totally opposite of what I am. You know, I make love with so many books. I make love with some few good movies. I make love with my coffee, yerba mate, and tobacco. And I don't care about if my hair is dread or if my beard is too long, massive, you know. I don't care if my clothes are all messed up. I couldn't care less because that's not what matters to me. You know what matters to me, it's what's it's going on inside my brain. You know, I have a flying saucer tattooed on my brain, man. In my memory, in my brain's memory, I have a flying saucer tattooed, and nobody's gonna ever take that away from me. Now try to explain that to a social people, man, to a social person. They will laugh at you. They won't like reject you and leave you, you know. So I must say that I have also met some other social people in my work environment in Boston, which were fucking gossipers and who never read a book in their lives, you know. And I don't doubt that some social people like spend their entire lives without opening a textbook and reading it. And if they go to college, they will choose like a social type of course, a social type of faculty, you know. Like they will be social workers, maybe psychologists, some of them social psychologists, maybe some of them will be nurses are usually social people, you know, because my experience with nurses is that like nurses when they come at you to get you and to take you and they tied you and they they, they grab you, it's like a it's like a voice prison, man. It's like a voice prison, you know. It's like a voice prison. It's like receiving voice prison, you know. So what else could I say, man? I just want to say that I love myself. That's it. I love my own dick, even though it's not too big. I love my hair. I love my beard. I love the smell of tobacco over me. Yeah, you gotta love yourself, man. Because if you start to analyze people's behavior, and if you study people's behavior and people's mind, if you enter people's mind, actually you enter a maze, a labyrinth of so many shit. So it's better be quiet inside your own self, your inner self. Okay. Yeah. But I have learned it, you know, so I avoid social people now.
If you make love to a social woman, there's a chance that she's gonna tell all of her friends the size of your dick. You know, if your dick is not too big, she's gonna tell all of her friends that you got a small dick. You know, that's a big chance. You know? So, um, yeah, a woman who is a clerk is very special woman because she's quiet. She hides herself behind a glass. She works in a office and she does her job quietly, you know, That's what I think now. So I don't like social people, man. I won't waste my time with them any longer.